Rice Value Chain Transformation Project is a 5-year project jointly funded by the government of the Gambia and African Development Bank, with the aim of enhancing the Gambia's economic growth through improved production, processing and marketing of the rice subsector, as well as reducing high importation of rice into the Gambia. In working to attain the project's objective for the first dry season of rice production 2021, the Rice Value Chain Transformation Project distributed 6 metric tons of certified seeds of Orilox 6 and Nadica L19 sub-1 and 510 metric tons of fertilizer to beneficiaries in project intervention areas of Central River Region South and North and Upper River Region. This intervention is expected to benefit over 4,000 beneficiaries in the 3 regions. The project is implementing this activity by targeting 3 types of farmers in the intervention regions, namely regular farmers, private sector farmers, and youth farmers. Some of the communities where regular farmers benefited are Damfakunda and Sutukoba in Upper River Region, Wasu, Nyari Sukuta, and Barijali in Central River Region North. Sakolos Kante from Damfakunda village says this year the village is anticipating for a good harvest thanks to the assistance from Rice Value Chain Transformation Project. According to her, accessing fertilizer use to be a problem in the previous years.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Yim farasene do ko projeto ni men nata narika. Alhamdulillah tentobe alay.
My name is Sakalo Kante from Damfakunda village. I am greeting the Rice Value Chain Transformation Project. We are very grateful of them. We have seen the benefit of the project. The project gave us a very good rice variety and reinforced the seeds with fertilizer. The fertilizer has benefited us immensely. This year, our rice field is very promising and we are expecting to harvest tenfold of what we used to get in the previous years. This is all thanks to the right quantity of seed and fertilizer given by the Rice Value Chain Transformation Project. We also did our production on time. In previous years, fertilizer and seed used to be a problem to many farmers, which hindered their yield. This year, that is being alleviated because we got seed and fertilizer on time. When the project gave us the seed and fertilizer, they advised us to apply the fertilizer 15 days after transplanting, and we heed to the advice. The advice has been very good for our rice field. Today, we are pleased with our rice field. We are thanking the project.
Barbirin nganyina projeto na taya maro mendi na wala munari kala projeto bira kanya maro na kafako ninga malo tutu tiltane lulun sina angiri kala ona tana kenye hijabo le timenga nafa katubi na faro kono bi kontano dorna benja yo ni unku membo nyambal kontona ma tentulaka.
Balong Drame from the same village stated that during the previous years, one could easily figure out farmers that are very poor and those that have some money because of the amount of fertilizer they apply on their field. But this year, the project created equality by providing enough fertilizer for all farmers.
Gambia mai seneiru wandi kafo. Ntel bal konto nambal jagila. Ala ma ko ro menken. Ntel mu kiyamano di bolondra.
I am the chairman of the rice field. I am Balong Drame from Damfakunda. I'm speaking on behalf of the village. What Rice Value Chain Transformation Project did for us this year, we have never get that before in Damfakunda, because the project helped us with seed and fertilizer. That help has taken us forward. In the previous years, we could easily distinguish those that are better off and those that are not. But this year, we are all better off, thanks to the assistance of Rice Value Chain Transformation Project. The project assisted us with Orilox 6 and Nadica L19 rice varieties. We are observing the varieties this year. We are anticipating that they are better than the last year's variety we cultivated, which is Sahel variety. The way the varieties are performing, we are hopeful that we are going to leave Sahel variety and cultivate this new variety. If the new rice variety are available, we are appealing for the project to help us with it. For us, we are only seeking for improvement. It has greatly transformed our farming. The fertilizer the project gave to us, we sold it amongst ourselves and kept the money in the bank. We are also going to see how we will charge each order small token to add it to the fertilizer money for development. The seed that is given to us, every farmer will remove 15 kilograms from his or her harvest for next year's production. We don't want to disturb the government with providing seed every year.
Yo adisina mansa kunda bata isi fam bata parce que mansa fanante no la mo be na ga ju be ay makoy ifananya ni be ko kula do fanga jiyo keji wala ma nyati.
The focal point for the project at the Regional Agricultural Directorate of Upper River Region, Mr. Samba John, gives an insight into the project's activities in the region by disclosing the quantity of input given to the beneficiary communities.
We went to Damfakunda. The project is supporting them with fertilizer and seeds. They gave them 8 bags of Orolox 6 and 45 kilos of Nereka L90 Sub 1. These are certified seeds. They are high-yielding varieties. For the Orolox can take 90 days. For the L19 Sub 1 is 128 days. For the fertilizer, they gave them 58 bags of fertilizer, NPK 1515, and 29 bags of urea. Now we are here today at Sutukoba rice field. The area is 38.37 hectares. The project gave them 153 bags of NPK 1515 and 29 bags, 76 bags of urea. In total, the project is supporting them with 229 bags of fertilizer.
Manta Barrow from Nyani Sukuta assures the project that the assistance given to them has greatly benefited them just by looking at the field.
We are thanking the project. This year, thanks to God, the seed and fertilizer you assisted us with has greatly benefited us. Looking at the vegetative nature of the rice field, you will see great improvement. The fertilizer helps us a lot. Next year, if we can have this kind of help, including plowing machines, we will be very pleased with that. We are once again thanking the project, and we are hopeful that this season we are going to realize bumper harvest. Because currently, the rice field is doing great, and we have not even applied urea fertilizer yet. We are hopeful that we have good harvest that will benefit the village people.
Private sector rice farming is being encouraged by the project with the aim of commercializing rice production, thereby creating jobs, increasing economic growth, and ensuring food self-sufficiency in the country. Salif Mbalo is a private sector farmer that started his activity by providing plowing services to farmers in Pachar and Jahali field.
Ntomu Salif Mbalo leti wuluta Kerawan Sambasira.
My name is Salif Mbalo from Kerawan Sambasira village. I am the director of SMC Group. I am born into rice farming, and I want to encourage people to venture into rice farming. What I have realized is that many would want to venture into rice farming, but they lack the know-how and the right support. And later decided to venture into rice production by cultivating 12 hectares.
nga hectare muanneta for a start, but in nata.
I initially acquired 20 hectares, but I later cultivated 12 hectares. I made the 8 hectares a reserve. If the production is good this year, next year I will cultivate the entire 20 hectares.
Next season.
The project supported him with certified seed and fertilizer.
Because ifana yemol ma koile kabri yaje ko ngani yosoto yeng invite ila office auto.
This year, Rice Value Chain Project assisted me because they observed that I have the aim for rice farming, and they invited me to their office. The rice you are seeing here is called Orylox, and it was given by the project, including the fertilizer.
And then
Mr. Mbalo urges the government to address the land issue that private sector farmers are facing in the Pachar and Jahali fields.
Problem Jamal Fanan Bijele Mayal no Kowol Fanan Yanta Kalone, more especially land issues.
We are having problems that should be known to people, especially land issues, and it is important for us to discuss it. We want the government to step in order to address it. Not every person can afford to rent a land here. Some people will want to do farming, but they are not financially strong to rent a land. I know how I get the land here. When I came here, I had ideas and equipment, but I did not have adequate land. I had only 2 plots, which are family plots. If the government can intervene by convincing farmers that are not using their land to make them available for people that are willing to farm, all these lands here are not under cultivation, but very difficult for one to use them.
Because ni lafta kaseno kefana, ni sene dula table, or ni sene area nying kolayandima, ite seno kienola.
Maruo Farms Limited is a private sector farm that is engaged in commercial rice production in the Pachar field in the Central River region. The Rice Value Chain Project has assisted Maruo Farm with inputs such as fertilizer and seeds. The farm manager of Maruo Farms, Sambajalo, explains their engagements with the project.
This rice value chain has supported us in various ways. As you can see in block 1 here, we have 20 plots. And all of these plots are for the seeds multiplication, so which are very important in our production here. Yeah, what I was saying, I mean, Umaro's farm is something we are very broad. As you can see, receiving good assistance from Rice Value Chain, as I said. And then we also receive the technical know-how that we are being taught from them is very important because it's also help us in our daily activities here. So having this project is very fruitful because it helps us boost the production of rice here. And I know with time, so long as we have this, because we're looking forward to harvesting this maybe at the end of June, so whereby these seeds are to be disseminated to farmers. They are to be disseminated to farmers. So during the rainy season, which will also in fact help farmers to start their production on time if these are harvested in the at the end of June. So during those times, those farmers also, they would be multiplying or growing these seeds, which will be very helpful to their life activities.
Abdul FB Boy from Misran Joben is a member of the Star Agribusiness Entrepreneurship Group that was first assisted by the FASTED project with farming machines. The group has also benefited from the project assistance. Mr. Boy outlines some of the assistance provided to them by the project.
Sama tur mooy Abdou FB Boy maa ngi dëkk Missirah Ndiébène Lower Florida West di bokk ci groupe bi ñuy wax Star Agribusiness Entrepreneurship.
My name is Abdou FB Boy and I live in Missirah Ndiébène. I'm a member of the Star Agribusiness Entrepreneurship. We were a group that FASTED project helped with farming materials, including tractors and other machines. Since that improved, we decided to venture into rice farming also. For over 2 years, we have been cultivating rice as a team. Last year, we cultivated 2 hectares, and this year, we make it 3 hectares. It is because of Rice Value Chain Project that made us to make it 3 hectares, because they assisted us with Orilox 6 and Nerica L19 seeds. We agreed to make it 3.5 hectares, but we could not get the half and decided to make it 3 hectares. The project also gave us fertilizer, both urea and compound fertilizer. They usually visit us and give us technical advice. Ansumana Njai and Ibrahima Sise usually visit us. We almost finished weeding the 3 hectares. We applied urea on all the plots, and we are almost done with weeding. The team is on the other field, both men and women. We are thanking you a lot because you've taken us somewhere. Also supported by the Rice Value Chain Transformation Project. The project intends to provide alternative source of income for youth by encouraging them into commercial rice production. This could help discourage youth from taking irregular migration in search of greener pasture. Mustafa Fati from Kerewan Mandinka is one of the youth farmers supported by the project. According to Mustafa, previous years he faced constraints such as access to quality seed and fertilizer. But this year, the project assisted him with 60 kg of certified seeds and fertilizer. My name is Mustafa Fati from Kerewan Mandinka. I am doing rice production in the Pacha rice fields. I am a youth farmer talking on behalf of youths to explain the benefits of Rice Value Chain Project. We are thanking the project a lot because before this project came, I had a lot of problems. In the first place, to get a good seed was a big problem, and fertilizer also used to be a problem for many years. Thanks to the project this year, the project assisted me with 60 kg of seed for 3 hectares. 40 kg was Orilox 6 and 20 kg was Nerica L19. The project also gave me 3 bags of fertilizer for a plot, making it a total of 9 bags for my 3 hectares. We also had water shortage. The project assisted us with desilting the main canal, which later solved the water problem. Before the coming of the Rice Value Chain Project, people were not taking rice farming seriously because it was only for subsistence level and they were not having good harvest. Since the project came, people will have good harvest for their own consumption and sell the surplus. This is going to help youth greatly and it will reduce illegal migration. The project has greatly assisted me in boosting my yield because 5 years ago I could not cultivate this amount. Water, seed and fertilizer used to be a problem, but that is all being addressed. Suleiman Silla is another youth supported by the project. He thanked the project for rehabilitating their roads and giving them seed and fertilizer. According to him, the benefit they get from their fields this year was not realized in almost 20 years. I am Suleiman Silla from Jahali Medina. We started working with this project this year and we have seen a lot of benefit from it. For over 10 years, these fields have not been cultivated. Rice Value Chain Project said they came to help us, especially young people, and I went to them and declared that I am a youth and I am willing to work. It is very important to help youths. Here, many young people migrate, especially in the dry season, because there is not enough work here. The project first of all rehabilitated our roads for us and later gave us seeds. Thanks to the assistance of the project, the benefit we realized from our rice fields this year, we had never realized that in 20 years. The project gave us fertilizer at no cost and rehabilitated our roads. The main difficulties we are facing in the fields is our water canals and market for our harvest. If these are addressed, we will be happy. The project greatly helped us because in our compound, what we cultivated will be able to sustain us till next year. And lots of people in Jahali are like that. Just by looking at the fields, you will realize how good the fields are doing. This place used to be a high ground and difficult to get water, but they facilitated all that. Musaba, a youth farmer from Waso, is a beneficiary of the project. He was supported with fertilizer and seed. Musa has this to say for the project.
So I am a beneficiary from the Rice Value Chain Transformation Project. I am a proud beneficiary, and I always be a proud beneficiary because I got almost 90 kilo of rice seeds from them, and also I got fertilizer from them, almost 150 kilo of fertilizer. That make me very proud. I thank them. I really thank them because the opportunity that I got from them this year. I ventured into rice production almost 6 to 7 years, but I've never got the opportunity to get seed or fertilizer from any person or any department or any project. So with the Rice Value Chain Transformation Project, I was able to get these 4 plots in Flokunda here and 1 plot in Waso. So I am very proud from this Rice Value Chain Transformation Project. And also, here you are seeing, here is the, I think, yeah, L19 Nerica, very good variety. Because if you can see, this variety is very nice. Because I transplanted it 1 by 1. So this is why it is been like this, and you see how green it is. So though I have been venturing into rice production, but it's never been like this. But because of this Rice Value Chain Transformation Project, this year I am very proud. And I am also expecting a bumper harvest from these fields with the help of the Rice Value Chain Transformation Project. So I really thank God.
Musa also reveals some of the major constraints they are facing in the rice fields, especially when it comes to plowing. He appeals for the Rice Value Chain Project to assist them in addressing plowing problem.
Our main constraint here is the plowing problem. We always have failure in plowing problem. Because if you can see all this land, you have Flokunda here, you have Tuba, you have Jakaba, you have Kundar itself. So you have only 1 tractor to plow all this land. Only two power tillers, it is very difficult. Still now, if you can hear the noise of the power tillers, still now people are transplanting, still now people are plowing. And they are saying that this is dry season, still now, and we are almost to the rain season. It's really a problem.
The Rice Value Chain Transformation Project is also promoting Farmer Field School and Farmer Business School. The project aims to disseminate best practices in rice production and business skills to over 4,500 beneficiaries. Recently, the project graduated 75 Farmer Field School and Farmer Business School facilitators after completion of an intensive training. Each facilitator is required to organize and train 30 participants in their respective areas. This is expected to have immense positive impact on the serious extension farmer ratio of the country. Mr. Ansomananjai, the project agronomist, gives a general overview of the project and its activities.
My name is Ansomananjai. I'm the project agronomist for Rice Value Chain Transformation Project. Rice Value Chain Transformation Project is a 5-year project co-funded by the government of the Gambia and African Development Bank. The project is intervening in 3 administrative regions, 2 administrative regions, 3 agricultural regions, namely CRR South, CRR North, and URR. The project has 3 components. The first component is increasing agricultural productivity through commercialization and private sector led. The second component of the project is agribusiness and value addition, while the last component of the project is project management. Today we are here basically to look at the first component of the project, whereby the project is trying to improve on agricultural production and productivity, basically on rice. The basic commodity is rice. The project has envisaged that in order to improve rice production and productivity, there is need to provide good quality seed. And in this, the project is looking into 3 levels of seed production. That is, the first level is nucleus seed, that is breeder seed production. And the second level is foundation seed, and the last level is certified seed. Today, what we are witnessing is the production of certified seed production by the farmers. Last year, 2019, the project embarked on production of foundation seed to certified seed, whereby 60 metric tons of certified seed were produced. In these 60 metric tons, 30 metric tons was Orlock 6, whilst 29 metric tons is Narika L19. The project is basically looking at 2 important climate-smart rice varieties, which are Orlock 6 and Narika L19. Orlock 6 is a short duration aromatic rice, which has a duration of almost 3 months. Narika L19 sub 1 is a flood-tolerant or submergent variety. The idea of using these 2 varieties is basically fundamentally based on 2 things. If you look at the rice ecologies of the Gambia, in order to produce rice twice a season, there is a need to strategically and technically look at this aspect. Because if you look at Orlock 6, we want to promote Orlock 6 during the dry season and Narika L19 during the rainy season. The Orlock 6, the reason why we want to promote it during the dry season, because it has a short duration variety. And if you look at this field, today we are at Sukuta. Sukuta is one of the areas that we have supported. But basically, 3 regions for this dry season production, we have supported them with good quality seed and also with assorted fertilizer. To summarize the support given to the farmers, CRR North, CRR South, basically we supported them over 800 hectares of land worth of seeds and fertilizer, Orlock 6 and L19. While CRR South, we supported them over 700 and something hectares of land. Whilst in URR, we supported about 56 hectares. URR is basically a pump irrigated area. We have also supported youth farmers. We have already supported youth farmers. We have supported about 24 hectares worth of youth farmers. These are individual groups and also youth organization. We're also working with about 7 private sectors, which equals to about 64 hectares of land. And we not only giving them good quality seed and fertilizer, but we also give them backstopping. That is mean technical advice. So basically, rice value chain is of the view that in order to improve rice production, increase rice production and productivity, there is a need to at least have a paradigm shift in terms of production, because this will translate into the volume of rice that we produce. If you look at the smallholders, they are very important in terms of scale and scope. Normally, the average plot size we have is 0.2 to 0.5. But with the current private sector, the minimum that we have is about 3 point something to 30 hectares. So I think with the start of how we started, I think there is a high hope that in the near future, even though we cannot meet the right requirement of the country, but I'm of the view that we can bridge the gap.
In order for the project to be closer to its intervention areas of the Central River Region and Upper River Region and to effectively deliver services to the beneficiary communities, The Rice Value Chain Transformation Project rehabilitated one office building, 5 senior staff quarters, and 3 junior staff quarters. This is expected to bring the project closer to the intervention areas and provide an open-door policy between the project staff and the beneficiaries. The Honorable Minister of Agriculture, speaking during the handing over of farm implements and office complex inauguration ceremony, gives a brief overview of the Rice Value Chain Transformation Project and highlights some of the major achievements registered by the project.
May I take this opportunity to inform you that the project objectives are perfectly in line with government's National Development Plan 2018-2021, which aims to transform and modernize agriculture for sustained economic growth, food and nutrition security, reduce poverty, and create employment opportunities for women and youths. In fact, the Rice Value Chain Transformation Project is one of the flagship projects of the National Development Plan. Please allow me to give a brief background of this project. The Rice Value Chain Transformation Project under the Ministry of Agriculture is a 5-year project funded by the African Development Bank at the tune of $7.7 million. The total direct beneficiaries of the project is 15,000 households, out of which 40% are women and youths. The project beneficiaries across the value chain include farmers, processors, seed producers, input dealers, private sector operators, and commercial agents. The development objectives of the project are to improve farm income, rural livelihoods, food and nutrition security, and contribute to poverty reduction through increased commercialization of rice in the country. These project development objectives are expected to be achieved through 1. The provision of certified seeds of climate-smart varieties and fertilizer to farmers to increase production and productivity. 2. Mechanization through the introduction of technologies to minimize the drudgery in production, harvest and post-harvest of rice. 3. Support to the commercial private sector rice producers and establishment of youth service centers to create self-employment opportunities for the youth. Mr. Chairman, today we are gathered here for the handing over of 11 combined harvesters, 44 power tillers, 11 land levelers, and 11 reapers, as well as 360 scared guns to deter people and the bats from the rice fields. This is a very big milestone for the Ministry of Agriculture. And 455 metric tons of certified seeds, office building and the staff quarters. This is what we need as a ministry to support our farmers so that at least the production of rice, that's our staple food, to be increased. Without supporting them, it will be impossible for them to be self-sufficient in food production. Ladies and gentlemen, and to our gallant farmers, the handing over of these items is very much in line with our agriculture sector policies and strategies, which is aimed at not only modernizing the sector as enshrined in the National Development Plan, but to transform and commercialize agriculture. No wonder that is why we have both the farmers as well as the private sector in our midst as beneficiaries. In fact, I have to commend the Chinese tea president in this country and based in Sapo. I have to say a big thank you to you because you are supporting us and you are ready to support us. And joining us on this handing over is a big plus for the project and also the government. So you are welcome. To undertake a proper gathering, a set of criteria for choosing these categories of beneficiaries are premised on the following. Number 1, the project appraisal document requires that the commercial private sector farms in rice production be supported. Number 2, the project is also tasked to establish 4 youth service centers and support 500 youths across the rice value chain to provide services to farmers and thereby creating employment opportunities. Number 3, the implement being distributed based on management and the operational capacity of the beneficiaries and sustainability of the rice production ecology conditions. Chairman, is in the second year, the project is in its second year, and so far have registered significant achievements as follows. I think the first speakers, they already lamented. Lamin has done a lot for this project. And Lamin's dismiss is a big loss for Ministry of Agriculture. And I always mention this, because if you look at the project when it has started, it's only 2 years. But if you look at the achievements, what they have done, you read the percentage, 60-something%, is a big achievement for the Ministry of Agriculture. I think we have to commend the project staff and even Lamin. May his soul rest in perfect peace. During the 2021 dry season rice production, the project was able to distribute 54 metric tons of certified seeds and 510 metric tons of assorted fertilizer for a total area of 1,349 hectares. This is a big achievement just last year. From this, the total quantity of rice produced by the farmers across CRR North, CRR South, and the URR was 9,164 metric tons of paddy rice. Number 2, average household farmers' income in project area. The project is pleased to report that it has contributed to increase in income in the project region through the engagement with registered seed growers and the private farms in certified seed production under the buyback initiative. In 2020 and 2021, the seed growers earned a total income of $17,376,000, which is equivalent to $340,706 from the buyback arrangement with the project through the National Seed Secretariat for production of certified seeds. These certified seeds involve a total amount of 442 members, male 317 and the female 125 seed growers from 5 associations: Jahali, Medina Falli, Sukuta, Saruja, and the Wellingal, and 1 commercial farm, the Smaruo farm. It is clear that the project has significantly contributed to the local economy by providing a sum of $17,376,000. It's a big plus for the government. In the farming families of the rice seed growers, which would have been spent on certified seeds imported from other African countries. In fact, for these past 2 years, for the seed certified seeds, we purchase them locally. That has even saved our foreign exchange earnings. Because previous years, we spent a lot of millions outside this country to purchase certified seed. It's either Mali, Senegal, or Nigeria. But now, these past 2 years, we spend all those money in country. Our farmers are growing our certified seeds. So I know this project will continue. And I know other projects also will emulate from the rice value chain transformative project. Number 3, development of rice standard. In collaboration with the Gambia Standard Bureau, 2 rice standards have been successfully developed. These standards are expected to provide guidelines for all the rice value chain actors in order to enhance the quality of rice as we drive towards commercialization. Number 4, youth service centers established and strengthened. A youth-led strategy that will guide the establishment and operation of the youth service centers have been developed with partners such as Agribusiness, NEDI, NYC, NYSS, and Gin Gambia. Number 5, registration of farmer cooperatives. Through Agribusiness Services, the project has registered 32 rice cooperative societies. Number 6, private sector enhancement and agribusiness development and market creation. Sensitization of potential private sector investors, partners towards creation of vertical and horizontal link was facilitated by the project. The cumulative consultative forum between the rice growers and the 2 private sectors farms was organized with the EPIC Cooperative Society in each of the 3 rice value chain transformative project intervention regions from 27 to the 29th July 2021. Owing to the importance of the rice as the Gambian main staple food, I want to assure everybody this government under the able leadership of His Excellency President Adama Barrow, through my own ministry, will continue to mobilize resources to support the agriculture sector, and it will never relent on its pursuit to attain rice self-sufficiency.
Speaking on behalf of farmer beneficiaries, Kibili Jaguraga from Suduwoli in URR expressed joy in receiving farm machines and acknowledged the importance of rice in Gambian diet. He urged the government to empower the Ministry of Agriculture, which will translate to empowering farmers. I am thanking God, the Ministry of Agriculture, Honorable Minister and the President Adama Barrow. Today should be a joyous day for farmers because what we have seen today, we have not seen that before. Gambians should take rice farming seriously for the reason that if you have store full maize and you don't have rice, it's like you are not surviving. This means we should start our farming with the rice, then others will follow. Because if you have enough rice in your compound, it means you are surviving. Today, in the Sarahule community, children do not like eating maize-related diets. Therefore, you will be forced to buy rice even you lack the financial capacity. I am thanking all of you, and you should all pray for the Ministry of Agriculture, because if you see farmers doing well, it means agriculture is doing well as well. If agriculture is not doing well, farmers cannot equally do well. If you see a powerful farmer anywhere, know that he is working with the Ministry of Agriculture. Therefore, I am urging the government to empower the Ministry of Agriculture. Mrs. Gas Sise from Mahmoud Fana in CRR said farmers in the Gambia struggle a lot with rice farming due to lack of farm machines. She said the project intervention in the agri sector is impressive and urged fellow farmers to utilize the machines judiciously.
mu ngi mel ni tey Gambie yëpp a fi teew suñu gis-gis ne ñu fi toog waa agriculture dara ci yëpp a ngi nuyu naa ñëpp dem si ministre bi nuyu ko ak suñu président.
I am greeting all present here. It is like the entire country is present at this event. I am greeting all the agricultural directors, the minister and our president who is particular about agriculture. Gambians struggle a lot with rice farming because of lack of materials. What I have seen here today indicate that Gambia can produce rice that can sustain the country, because certified seeds present here, if distributed to youth and women, can take rice farming forward. The level of rice value chain transformation project intervention in our farming is impressive, and I have not seen a project like this before. This signifies that farming is progressing. I am urging my fellow farmers to judiciously utilize this equipment.
President bi li mun def na ko ministre bi li mun def na ko ndax lii nii bi nekkee ni ci Gambie ba léegi man li maa ko doon gis projet bu magee nii si mbay mi man maa ko doon gis te projet bi nii suñ ko magee nii si mbay mu ngi wane ne mbay mi jël na tànk pour dem jël tànk gannaaw de ñun baykat yi nag ñoo ko mën a dimbale ndax.
Abdul Kader Dafe from the National Enterprise Development Initiative, NEDI, reveals that they have been working with the Rice Value Chain Transformation Project since its inception and are happy with the level of collaboration. He gives assurance that NEDI will work with the project to ensure sufficient monitoring and for machines to be utilized judiciously.
I work with the National Enterprise Development Initiative, NEDI, under the Ministry of Youth and Sport. And as an agency, our mandate is to work on the entrepreneurship aspect of agriculture, to make sure that youth agriculturalists are mechanized, they're commercialized, they're able to blend entrepreneurship and marketing of agricultural products within what they do in all the value chain areas. And we've been working with this project since the inception. We're very pleased with the level of collaboration. We've been involved from the inception. We've been communicated in most of what they do. And in terms of the youth sectors, the youth groups that are going to receive these facilities, we were part of the team that put them together. And we want to assure the Honorable Minister that we are going to work with the project to make sure there is sufficient monitoring, to make sure the facilities are used judiciously, and that the expected intention of these is being fully utilized. NEDI as an agency have worked with Ministry of Agriculture. We've been involved with all the sectors in agriculture that deals with young people to build on entrepreneurship, to make sure young people are fully engaged in all the agriculture value chain areas. And we are going to make sure that this project is one of an exception.
Speaking on behalf of the private sector farmers, CEO of Mira Farms, Mr. Zakaria Sow says the farm machines are going to be a game changer for them and they will be able to do more in rice production. He promises that they will fully utilize the machines and also help smallholder farmers around them.
We, the private players, we are very, very appreciative of this gesture. This is going to be a game changer for us. In the corners, we are always having this conversation about what are we going to do, how are we going to get ourselves around the corner, and here it is. With this equipment, we will be able to do a lot, to move it a little bit more. We'll move the goalposts further, especially in the areas of land development. It is our Achilles heel. It is what is holding us back. We are having the, during the growing and during the harvest and post-harvest, we are having a lot of losses because of equipment and technology. You've alluded to that during your speech, which is music to our ears, that the projects and government will come and support us with technology.
The Social Development Officer of the Rice Value Chain Transformation Project highlights the importance of the farm machines in boosting rice production and productivity. He also discloses how the farm machines will be distributed to different beneficiaries of the project.
The major challenge that rice producers face are lack of technologies in order to do the rice production, because everybody knows that the current system of rice production is too labor intensive. It's too labor intensive, and the solution to that is to bring technologies that can ease the drudgery of work in the rice field. Now, today, the project reached a very important milestone, and that is the acquisition and distribution of these technologies that are state-of-the-art and will definitely enhance rice production. They include 11 mini combine harvesters. You just drive the machine into the field, and then it harvests, it threshes, and it bags it at the same time. So it has cut the rate of work that's supposed to have been done manually by farmers. The power tillers, plowing is a major problem, plowing services. Farmers would want to cultivate, want to start their fields, but then where is the plow? So most of them cried over have lack of access to plowing services. The materials, these equipments will be distributed across three categories based on the project appraisal document. That is the youths, the private sector, and technically, from our technical perspective from the project, the suitability to operate this machine in some of the rice ecologies. That last selection is based on that. So it's basically three. The private sector, for the private sector specifically Maruo farms, Salif Mbalo and Sons, and Mira farms. These are Gambian investors who have decided to come to join production, to join the rice sector with the overall goal of driving commercialization. So they produce on a relatively large scale, so therefore they would definitely need this technology to be, because they expand. So we are giving them they are beneficiaries of some of these machines. The other one is youths. The project is tasked to establish 4 youth service centers and provide equipment for them to be able to create employment for those youths to cope the rural urban migration one and also international migration. Because most of the Gambian youth, a lot of them migrate from the Gambia to look for greener pastures elsewhere. If they can render this service in a profitable way, maintain the center, earning money, definitely this will create a lot of employment for them. The third category is we look at particularly power tiller operation. The third category will only receive power tillers, not combined or not repassed. They will only receive power tiller. That is based on the ecology. It is relatively not waterlogged, and the power tiller is able to operate there. And that constitutes farmers themselves, passing through the 75 farmer fields that we have established, 11 communities, 11 schools. The schools comprise of 25 members for each farmer field school. So 11 communities selected based on the suitability of the machine in that particular ecology. Those communities will benefit. That is 11 of them. So 11 communities from the farming community through the farmer field school, 4 youth service center, and 3 private sector.
It is important to state that the Rice Value Chain Transformation Project has made immense stride in improving rice production in the intervention regions, considering the quantity of certified seeds, fertilizer, and farm machines being handed to farmers and the impressive condition of the rice fields. However, the project's impact on the lives and livelihoods of Gambians can widely be felt if the required rehabilitations and improvement of irrigation infrastructures are done by sister projects within the Ministry of Agriculture.